you hit me with a light and I stop living. It's like laser tag.
You want Saving Private Ryan.
That's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
That scene on the bridge.
Yes.
Right? When he dies, man, you know he's dying.
Yeah.
He's about to die.
Yeah.
And the other thing in Star Wars is like when you get hit with one, you're just dead.
Yeah.
But there's no like, it's a little bit of a...
Burning?
You got a little stain on your shirt there. You got a little something there, a little schmutz.
Yeah.
Right? But that killed you.
Yeah.
But not like your internal organs have been blown out the back of you.
Yeah, I mean...
Which I guess it's a kid's movie, so you should...
I think you just answered your own question.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what I would like.
I think it's a way to maintain the PG rating.
And I guess that goes back... So you said procedural, and yes, I love procedural movies.
Yeah.
I love, like, Interstellar for me was procedural space.
Right.
Like, that's as procedural as I need it to be.
Right.
And it was really good that way.
Yeah.
I wish Rogue One was a little bit more of a procedural that way.
Yeah, to be fair, they're not making these movies for us, but I do really enjoy...
I'm not target market.
Yeah, I love the details.
Like,
I love... I'd love to see more of the sort of rebel base and like the telecommunications, how they're organizing their strategies and their, getting the meetings together and like how they're doing all of this. And
like Battlestar Galactica, like the series that came out a while, and when they were like, we can't... I think they had to like have like old school phones or some shit.
Yeah.
I love that. I thought that was great. Yeah. What a nice little way to get like old school tech into the... Yeah. But I liked in Rogue One how they kind of resolved or tied in like all the technology they had in the 1977 movie into this one, since it's supposed to happen around the same time.
Yeah.
But they made it like, they updated it, but they kept enough of the old school look to make it sort of fit. That was good.
You know what I noticed the second time through? They have sideburns. Like 70s sideburns.
Really?
Yeah. And they did that intentionally. They have like all the rebels had to grow out 70s hair for the most part. And it was to match the people from the 70s in the first film.
That's awesome.
And apparently, one thing I didn't realize is that they used some footage from the first...
The pilots?
Yeah, Red Squadron, Red Leader, and Gold Leader. They are actually in the first film.
See, that's funny, because I was listening to that thinking, that sounds exactly like the first Star Wars movie.
And so what that means is that, like, those rebel fighters were in the Rogue One, event. Yeah. And then after, they were the ones that attacked the Death Star. Yeah. And the ones that actually went down onto the surface it was the Blue Squadron, because he says Blue Leader going in, and that's the ones that went down onto the surface. But Gold Leader and Red Leader, they stayed up in space and survived.
My favorite part of the whole movie was how the whole thing, like for the whole time I was at the point where I realized it, until the end, I figured that the whole point of this movie was to explain why there was a shaft in the Death Star that could destroy the Death Star with one shot.
They made this movie for you.
They made that movie just to explain that. Yeah. And to answer all the little videos that have been put out on the internet in the past few years.
I thought that was pretty clever. To actually spend an entire film. Yeah. Well, to actually...
No, we did it on purpose.
Like, to actually give it a reason. Yeah. And build a whole story around that.
Do you think when the first movie came out, they thought about that at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
The fact that, like, the things go in, he shoots the two, photon cannons.
Torpedoes
that go in, and then they just do a 90-degree down.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why that works.
It's 1977. It was okay. Yeah. We bought it. Yeah.
Remember at the time, like, Flash Gordon was the standard. So
it wasn't the 30s.
What was
and
there?
You've only got 7 years.
My understanding of Star Wars when it came out, because I was 1.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
Was that it was revolutionary as far as science fiction was concerned.
Yeah, it was.
So what was the standard prior to that? I thought it was Flash Gordon.
It might have been.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you know what? Shut up.
Yeah. So like shitty plastic models on strings with smoke kicking out the back of them. Yeah. It was a
low bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a really low bar.
He didn't have to do much.
Yeah.
He overshot the mark quite a bit, so to his credit.
Yes.
Well, actually, probably Star Trek.
Yeah,
the series.
and that was pretty bad.
That was really terrible.
I cannot go and watch that show. I can't. It's so bad.
What was the last movie, like before Rogue One? What was the last one that came out?
A Force Awakens. No,
okay.
the Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. Okay, that one.
Yes.
Okay, so in that one...
I love that one, by the way.
It was pretty good. Also, some bad habits from like George Lucas times.
Yeah.
So there's a new Death Star.
Yeah.
Why? It's always a Death Star. And the talk around what they're going to do about this thing takes all of 3 minutes.
Yeah.
With a guy who says, yeah. Do you know how to, like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. We got a plan.
Yeah.
That's not anything. What are you guys talking about? You don't want to spend any more time figuring out a plan? What about plan B?
No.
This guy here, he's good.
The Force.
He's been there.
Let's force it.
Let's go force it up.
Yeah.
High five. Force on 3.
Yeah, it's true. I mean...
I was watching, I go, come on.
The Death Star and how you destroy the Death Star is just so we can have a battle.
Pretty much.
Like, that's all it is.
And that Death Star blew up really easy.
They all do.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So the whole... Okay, so 77, how many was that? 40 years ago? Mm-hmm. Right? So 40 years. We just did a movie that explained 40 years of why you can blow a Death Star up with one shot.
That Death Star.
Okay.
The second Death Star, the bigger one, that was like half complete.
Yeah.
It blew up because they flew into the center of it and shot something at its core.
I'm going to predict that the next movie is about a guy who's an engineer on that Death Star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who was like, I'm going to put a little bug in the system.
Or maybe they just used the same technical plans from the first Death Star, and nobody really realized that. Yeah, they were just building the core, and like, this thing seems really flimsy.
They're building off old code, basically. Yeah, it's very much how we make games.
It is very much how we make games. Yeah, because that would have been a really expensive overhaul.
Well, we gotta strip it down to nothing. Yeah, restart. Yeah, but it blew up really easy, guys.
Yeah, but
the rest of it worked. They had the cafeterias. Have you been in there? They're really nice.
Yeah. It was either extra catwalks or
fixing the death tube.
Right. And so the one in Force Awakens was a planet.
Yeah.
That they stuck a laser into.
Yeah.
And they blew it up because they shot one of its reactors again or something.
See, okay, so the scene where they decide, like, oh, how are we going to do this? I know a way in. We can go in. We'll just do this, and boom, we're going to blow it up. Yeah. Have you been there before? Yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
That whole scene?
Yeah.
If they took an extra 20 seconds to just show, like, if they just basically copy the scene from, what was the Matt Damon movie where he's stuck on Mars?
The Martian.
Yeah, that one. There's a scene where there's, like, one of the math nerds who's like trying to figure out how to get him back.
Yeah.
And he's just at his computer going, I had an idea, and he's spilling coffee everywhere.
Yeah.
And he's clackety-clacky, and then he runs in with a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You know, they cut to show the span of time.
Yeah.
And then he runs in and goes, I got it.
Yeah.
And he tells them how.
Yeah.
If they just did that,
yeah.
I would have bought the whole, we figured out how to blow up the Death Star thing a little bit more easily.
By the way, why does a pilot know how to blow up a Death Star?
Yeah. Wait a minute, no, that guy...